As soon as I made a small collection of leather wallets, I decided it was time to start a small business and create my first Etsy shop. I had no idea what I was in for, and it was the worst decision that I ever made. Here's why. If you've ever tried to take a raw material like cloth and turn it into shirts, wood and turn it into furniture, or leather and turn it into a functioning leather bag, you'll probably understand me when I say it takes a lot of time and both mental and physical energy. For example, turning a small piece of leather into a minimal wallet takes about an hour from start to finish. If you want to make it more unique, that amount of time increases because of the ripple effect of changing one small part of the design. As a craftsperson and seller, we want to make our products so unique so that it stands out against the other ones out there. Just a simple search for minimal leather wallet on Etsy will show you how many different sellers have the same design, with the only differences being the material and the price. The moment you take a hobby and turn it into a business, your focus starts to split between doing what you love, putting a price on it, making the sale, and dealing with all the tax and financial aspects required to make it a legitimate practice. As we juggle all these different aspects of a business, there's a hope that it's going to get noticed by new people, spread through word of mouth, and that it's going to grow. Once your business starts to take off, you end up in this endless cycle of creating the same products that you know you can make in a specific amount of time. I was making custom leather bags every night after working my full-time job as an architect, and I'd finish one bag each day. These bags would go on to sell for a minimum of $150, and the price was steadily increasing over time. On the business end, things were going great. I was turning a profit and seeing successful results from turning my hobby into a business. But on the side of passion and hobby, I was mentally and physically struggling. If you've ever watched any behind-the-scenes shows of a high-paced, successful restaurant, and you look at the chef throughout the day sourcing ingredients and then in the kitchen transforming it into delicious food, that was me with sourcing high-quality leather, cutting it into patterns, hand punching holes, saddle stitching thick wax thread to hold the product together, and finishing it with various agents. By the end of each night, my fingers were sore and bruised. The joints in my fingers, wrist, and even on my elbow were so tight that it felt like I had arthritis, and my eyes and my brain were so tired from focusing on each product. After 1 year of starting and growing my leather products business, I was burned out from making each item, packaging them, printing labels, and running out to ship them. The process of creating and distributing physical products was too much for me to handle with a full-time job, especially products that take a long time to make. So, I decided it was time to shut down the leather business and change my focus to digital products. What if I could show other people how I would make products with my laser cutter and sell the files so that they can make them as well? While I was making the leather products, I was also experimenting with my laser cutter to create new patterns for future products, which also led to trying new materials like wood and acrylic. Since I learned all the business side of running an Etsy shop, marketing my work, and getting clients, making this transition to selling digital files was a simple one. That's when I started this YouTube channel where I share my process of designing and making products with my laser cutter and 3D printer, as well as architecture designs that I work on as my hobby. Once I started sharing some of my work, I had requests from people asking me if I would be willing to sell the digital files so that they can make their own physical versions with their laser cutter and sell them at their local craft stores and events. After I had 10 product files designed, I came up with high quality instructional files, created my Etsy shop, and listed them. That's when I realized the true value of selling high quality digital products on Etsy. The process of designing and creating the digital product files took about 2 days, but once it was complete, it could be sold over and over again without the need for me to distribute anything. All the files are automatically sent to the buyer. You can also do this on your own website or by using any other service, but I went with Etsy because they already had a working platform and a large audience. As a creator who feels fulfilled designing new types of products instead of recreating the same ones over and over again, the switch from selling physical to digital products allowed me to continue doing what I'm good at, what I love, the thing that I'm passionate about, and make money while doing it. Some craftspeople might be great at making products, selling, and distributing them. Others might be good at selling digital products like me. And there are also people who are great at doing both. Even though I burned out and stopped selling physical handmade products on Etsy, I'm finding a lot of success and fulfillment selling digital ones. I love having more time in my day to focus on new ideas and sharing them with other creators and crafters who can bring them into the physical market and sell them to their raving fans. The lesson I learned through all this is that there's value in letting go of one thing to free up time to explore another. The skills you gain from putting your heart into something in one chapter of your life will translate to the next. I hope you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing. I look forward to seeing you again next week.